Hiya, welcome to my channel. This is Mystic Moonbeam Tarot, and today I am doing a timeless collective Russian Gypsy fortune telling reading. Now this could have already played out or it's about to play out, as energy is fluid, so just take what resonates and we'll get straight into it. Right, the first card is the Clover and it's upside down. Now the Clover generally refers to one's immediate surroundings or your environment. Now this includes your home, your job, your family, or just recreational activities. It could also refer to one's emotional state as well, rather than your material surroundings. Now, with the Clover being upside down, I do need to say that there's going to be a considerable grief or disappointment that's going to happen for someone, and luck is not with you right now. Now events may happen that you have little control over and that they will bring you grief. There could be someone that passes away or a company that collapses, or there could be some changes to do with government as well, I say. But that card just does let you know that life goes on, the world goes on regardless. That card, with it being upside down as well, it also tells you need to take the time to mourn the grief or the disappointment so you can put it to rest. Now this grief or disappointment might be in regard to your own endeavours, or it can refer to someone who is very close to you. In either case, you will be affected emotionally. So whatever this disappointment is or this grief, it will affect you emotionally. But the card is saying that regardless, the world does go on. And now underneath it, we have, let me have a look, is it the bridge? Number 46, the bridge. Now, the bridge in that position, let me have a look what position it's downwards, right, it's right side up, so the bridge in that position, it symbolises your ability to change your circumstances. Now the bridge can be an example of your manipulation to your own environment and the ability to change the road we are on. That card tells you that you don't have to sit and wait for nature to take its course. Instead, you can change the environment to suit your own purpose. Now that picture, it does emphasise that you have control over your own life and that your willpower is stronger than fate. With it being in that position, there's going to be a radical change in your lifestyle. It could be down to this disappointment or this grief you're going through. It also, that card as well, this radical change, it could be a radical change in your lifestyle. Now that picture appears when you have finished one phase of your life and you're embarking on a new one. So after some kind of disappointment or grief or ending, there's something new about to start. Now you could have finished school and you're beginning to work. It could be that. Or some could be getting married or having a baby or even getting a promotion at work. But that card is saying that your previous life, whatever you was doing before, that's done with now. You're moving on to something new. Now you do need to know that some people, they won't react favourably to the change. And they may resent the new obligations and responsibilities that you're going to have. But I do see new joys and rewards are in store for you. And I feel this is upcoming, the new year that we're going into, 2021. There's something new starting for someone after an ending. Now down below it, we have the moon, and that's number 32. So let's have a look for you. Now normally, the moon in that position, it does say do not become despondent over a temporary setback. So there could be a setback that happens before you embark on this new phase, this next journey in the new year. Let's have a look. It also as well, it goes on about as well seeing people struggle. So you could be struggling to accomplish a goal and you're almost at the end and then you give up due to some problem that happens. It's like, for an example, a student can struggle for 9 months and at the end skip school. They don't finish their assignments or miss the final test. Now, had they hung in a bit longer, they would have passed the sheer perseverance by not just getting the grades as well. Now, that's saying what you're trying to achieve, the setback that happens, don't let it deter you off your path, because you will get success. Do not give up at the last minute. The goal that you're trying to achieve, it is a valid one. And it can be attained even though you might have rejections at the present time. Keep going. Go with the ebb and flow. You might have some disappointment with the setback, but it's saying do not give up at the last minute. Whatever you're trying to achieve, keep going. See it through. And then we have the book at the bottom, and that's upside down, it's reversed. Now, with the book being in that position, just watch what you're saying around people. Especially when it's upside down, because somebody could get carried away and it's like, if you've got any ideas, keep them to yourself. Be careful what you're saying around people. Someone could get so talkative that they're going to drop themselves in it, or you're going to give something away and someone can steal your ideas, if that's regarding work. You need to stop and listen to yourself. Think before you speak regarding something, especially when you're around others. Don't let your mouth run wild with you, because you're going to give something away. You need to be careful of others around you. I think we've had this card before. Because that book being reversed, it's saying you know something. And that card, that picture of the book reversed, tells you to be aware of the paths of communication. So watch what you say around certain people. Because I feel somebody's going to get carried away with what they're saying, and it could land you into a load of trouble. Now, the end card, we have the bread. Now, you're about to receive something for yourself, and that card tells you, do not forget about those surrounding you. Be grateful for what you have, your home and your life. You are lucky in that part of your life. It also says as well, if you come into some kind of fortune, to remember to share it with others. Some could receive a raise, and it's saying if you do, don't forget to give some to charitable organisations, give something back. Or you could receive a present, and you need to send a thank you to the giver, because it will also make them happy as well. Now, if you receive any letters or phone calls from your friends that make you happy, then give back some of the joy by phoning them or texting them. Because when we get busy in our everyday life, we forget about things. We forget what we're grateful for. But a debt paid is happiness. If something does something nice for you, you need to return that favour and do something nice back. And if you do come into some money, just pay it forward, even if it's only a small donation. Be grateful for what you have. Now we have the little boy, and he's on his side, so let's have a look. Now the little boy in that position, a new friendship is possible. You're about to find yourself in pleasant company, and you're about to have a good time as well. There's going to be a gathering. I am seeing a gathering, and with this gathering, you need to be careful of what you're saying when you're talking. If you have a drink and a laugh, just watch what you're saying regarding others around you, because something that's communicated is going to get someone into trouble. So you need to be careful. It is saying that you're going to enjoy yourself. You need to let your hair down a bit. But just watch your mouth running away with you. Because I do feel that somebody's going to be so talkative, they're going to let something slip. So you just need to be made aware of that. There is a conversation that's going to take place, and I feel as if that's when somebody's going to talk a bit too much. So just be careful of what you're saying, because if it's regarding something new that you're going to do, somebody could steal that idea away from you. Now we have the rooster, and the rooster's upside down. Now the rooster, it does sometimes signal good news, or it could be a warning to defend yourself, and this could come up when there's a gathering. It is a positive card though. It's not a bad picture to have. It's just saying it wants to remind you that you've been that busy, you're forgetting to do stuff. Now, perhaps some have been spending too much time on one activity, like, for example, like studying, exercising, or just daydreaming. And in this process, you've ignored other daily activities such as taking out the rubbish, cleaning the house, fixing your car. Now this picture, when it's upside down, it calls you into action. It's time to wake up and do the chores that you have accumulated. Things need doing. Don't forget about your daily routine. You're too busy getting carried away with something. Now, but apart from that, that is a positive card to get. It's just saying, just while you're busy doing other things, don't forget about your day-to-day lifestyle. Don't forget about things that you need to do. And then we have the demon on its side. Now this picture, when it's like that, it tells you to control the negative side of your nature, because it will only lead to further unpleasantness. Let's have a look. Oh, excuse me. Just be careful of temptations, especially of taking vengeance for an offence, because you're only going to increase the unpleasantness within a situation. Someone's going to need to turn the other cheek regarding a conversation that's going to take place. There could be a conversation that takes place where, as if there's going to be two sides, there's going to be a divide. Now this could be at work for some, and it could be divided in half. And there could be one group that supports either a group of people or a side of a company. And this card tells you not to yield to the temptation to take vengeance on others. You just need to remember that it will all be over soon enough, and you will have to work with people on the other side. So if there's a disagreement that's coming up, or an argument, try not to take sides, because everything will get worked out. And if it's regarding the workplace, I say there could be a company that goes on strike, and there's going to be two groups formed. There's going to be a divide down the middle. Now, with this card in this position, it's saying don't take vengeance on the others, because soon enough the strike will be over and you will be all working together again. Now, sometimes you may get this picture after you've already struck back at someone, so if you've already been involved in an argument. But it's saying, in this case, to cool down and act as politely and cordially as possible. The unpleasantness will clear up. So do not take sides. If a situation comes up where there's an argument and you're put in the middle of it, do not take sides, because everything will be okay in the end, and you have to be friends with this group of people. If it's regarding work and a company, I see a company, a group are going to go on strike and there's going to be a divide down the middle. Don't take sides, don't seek revenge, because it will be over with soon enough. Let things cool down. So I hope that helped. If you liked the video, could you please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell for when I upload more. Thank you for watching.